Greetings to all our families and community. My name is James Barnes and I'm the principal of Cunha Intermediate. You have no doubt heard again and again that this last year of the pandemic has been unprecedented. For many, it has also been tragic. For all, it has laid a burden on families that has been more than many could bear. That our amazing 8th grade students persevered through all of it is a testament to their resilience and family commitment to their education. Families have lost loved ones, people have lost jobs and businesses, and we were all isolated from each other and in danger of contracting a very serious and often deadly illness. While I had hopes as we wrapped up the last school year that we would soon get past the pandemic, it wasn't to be. From August 13th to March 26th, 3/4 of the school year, we ran Cunha on a remote schedule. Working from home or from learning pods, teachers and students had to become Zoom power users, and we explored numerous apps and other technology that would allow students to access as much asynchronous learning as possible. And first, we had to learn what asynchronous learning even meant. While teachers worked incredibly hard to convert their lessons to an online format, students had to contend with working from home. Difficulties ranged from spotty wireless, broken Chromebooks, siblings trying to do school themselves or be pests, and finding a quiet place to work. Emotionally, our students may have been isolated, scared for their family's health, and unable to make the kinds of connections to their peers and teachers that they would usually be able to. We were so glad to see the life return to Cunha when our students came back, even with the limitations COVID placed on hours and numbers of students. Our teachers wanted to teach in person, and that is what they do best. We all felt it was so important that our students be here, and Cunha created one of the most robust reopening plans for middle schools in the county. At the same time, we had a number of families that chose to stay remote, and we went to work to hire teachers who could continue Zoom classes, assign students to our remote teachers, and make sure that all the remaining classes had a teacher to meet with to help students access their schoolwork. Supporting us all this year was the Boys and Girls Club, whose partnership meant effective learning pods and supervision so that students who needed a solid place to work and assistance in doing online school could get the help they needed. When we returned to school in person, they pivoted right away to helping the kids when it wasn't their cohort time. And this summer, they'll be running summer school programs along with the district. Parent groups were vital. Our PTO was incredibly helpful all year with ideas, suggestions, and solid material assistance. ELAC has really helped us find ways to connect with all our parents and made great food to boot. Volunteers on our school site council and health and wellness committee helped us clarify and identify the areas we need to target with funds and programs to improve our school community. My purpose in listing the parent groups and partner organizations is that Cunha Intermediate really is a community. And so many parents and community members gave their time and energy during a pandemic to see that our children got the best education possible given the circumstances. And all parents, whether part of a group or not, made the sacrifices necessary to prioritize their students' education, as hard as that may have been. So thank you, parents and community. You did a great job. Just look at our Cunha students and this promoting 8th grade class. And students, well done. You did something never before attempted, and you made it through. No doubt battered and bruised, but stronger for your experience. Thank you for being everything Cunha students should be.
Hey Cubs, it's Sophia Montoya, your student body president. I feel so thankful to have been elected as your president this past year, and I'm honored to have worked alongside the other officers, Kirsten Pfeiffer, Emma Mendez, Zoe Bowman, and Nala Sanchez. It will be very hard partying with Cunha, especially due to COVID. We haven't had any last activities as 8th graders, such as dances, Super Bowls, or spirit assemblies. But since school has opened up, I think we've all had some sort of special end to our middle school careers. Even though schools weren't open for almost the whole school year, we were still able to host some spirit activities. But we had to think outside of the box this year, and that couldn't be done without the brilliant minds of the leadership students in both semesters. So thank you. This year, unlike any other, has forced us to grow in many different ways. Things were very different this year, like taking math tests on Delta Math, which had its many glitches, and doing a PowerPoint presentation for our historical figure project. One important thing I learned this year was that if I can successfully pass my classes remotely, I can do anything in person, and I think that's true for everyone else. We fought the challenge of distance learning, whether it be asking a friend for help on the homework or going to your teacher's office hours. And this challenge we have overcome will give us the skills no other grade has. It will make us more than ready for high school. Unlike the last 8th grade class, we started 8th grade fully remote, but as case numbers dropped and people started getting vaccines, we were finally able to open back up as a school. Even though it's not fully in person, I'm so thankful I got to spend even just a few weeks in person because I've done a lot better in school and my mental health has gotten a lot better because I've been able to see my friends every day. And I'm writing this speech before Field Day, but I'm sure everyone had a blast, and it's the best way to close off an interesting year. This year, it seems like our 8th grade class will be scattering in many different places for high school. Half Moon Bay High, Notre Dame, Mercy, and even a high school in Redwood City. I'm so lucky to have had classes with almost all of you at Cunha, and some of you I've known since elementary school. The memories I have made at Cunha are some I know I'll never forget. One thing I think everyone can agree on is that the teachers are a big part in why we grow. From Miss Agaki's class in 6th grade, where I met my best friend of 3 years now, to Mr. Cox's leadership class in 8th grade, where I've become closer than I've ever been with my Vice President Kirsten. The teachers really help us grow here, so thank you teachers and staff for most of the time letting us show up 5 minutes late to class or leaving 5 minutes early and putting up with all of leadership shenanigans. We are all what makes Cunha such an amazing place for growing, so again, thank you. And that is why, with a heavy heart, I say goodbye to Cunha and we all start the next chapter of our lives, high school. Thank you.